Good afternoon, good morning, Facebook. It's Thursday, it's 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. in the UK. Hello, Cheryl.
Good morning and good afternoon, Stephen, and happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day too. It's one of the few days that's actually global, where it's the same date all around the world. And I mean, it's not just to celebrate love, it's to celebrate friendship, I think, too.
Yes, absolutely. Just all of that energy of the heart, which is what I'm always talking about anyway. So, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody who's here live, all the replay viewers. This is tips and tools for broadcasters, and Stephen and I come live every Thursday morning, and we have some really interesting stuff going on this morning. We have a guest, so surprise guest, and we also have some other things to chat about.
Oh, we do. We do. Shall we bring our surprise guest on? Because then we can have invite. Well, our surprise guest is Fons Chamberlain. Hello, Fons.
Hi, Fons.
I was looking for the surprise guest.
Well, it was not a surprise to Cheryl or I, but it's a surprise to anybody who's actually watching.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Hopefully, Alfredo's just typed guest. So you may or may not get a bot. We're in a situation where I'm switching over bots at the moment, so I'm not sure what's happening. But welcome to the show anyway. It's always good to see you. Now, Fons, you said you were testing something out today.
Yeah, well, no, I've moved things around and fiddled about with stuff. It probably doesn't look much different to you, but
it does.
It does to me.
Right. Well, the first thing is that your microphone has moved, and we can now see you. That's the major change.
That was one of the major problems, that my microphone kept getting in the way. It was upstaging me, and everything was laid out in awkward positions, and I've tidied it up so everything is now right in front of me where I need it to be. I've got a bit, don't know, more organised is the word, which is something that I'm not used to.
You and me both. I mean, that's very brave to actually change things around. I mean, I sort of leave things as they are and just put extra things in.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. It was my show on Friday that made me think I need to move a few things around, because I was getting feedback from something like a in the background,
right?
And it needed to be done. And I was also thinking I need to rearrange the mic, because I'm having a nightmare, because basically I'm looking around it through most of my shows like that.
You see, you can do that on radio because nobody can see you, but once you go live on video,
that's right. But all my layout, which is quite funny, is so I got a mixing desk and everything. That it was just chucked on here, but now I've actually laid it out how it would be in a radio station, and I feel quite comfortable now. I feel in my little zone.
Well, good. This is funny. This is funny because I rearranged my background this week too. It's like, has everybody done this? I removed on my second shelf behind me on my bookshelf. I removed all the books. Of course, I still have my sign that says "Welcome to the show," and then I took my love carving and I put it right above that. And so I kind of cleared that second shelf off from all the books, so it's nice and clean and clear. So that's interesting. We've all made some changes.
Yep, I've been drastic in my changes. I've got the green screen behind me, although because there's three of us on screen today, I'm not actually using it, other than as a backdrop. It's
a spring clean out. That's what it is.
It is. It is. Now, talking of getting ready for spring,
do you know? So I should have done this ages ago, because this is so much more comfortable for me.
New setup. I'm working. Mine's always a work in progress. Right now, the news of the week. Cheryl, you spotted, and that
is
go ahead. LinkedIn Live.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I wanted to chat about that this morning because it looks like I'm looking at an article that came out. It looks like it was February the 11th, and LinkedIn dives into live video content with new pilot program. So I was chatting, we were chatting a little bit this morning about this because what a great opportunity. I mean, there's so many people over on LinkedIn that really probably haven't gone live and are not really sure how or what to do. And so I was excited to get the opportunity, and I don't know when that's going to happen because as it states, it's only being rolled out to a few people right now, and they're trying some different platforms. They're testing different platforms out. And so Stephen and I were talking about those platforms this morning and kind of what's involved with being on those platforms, the amount of dollars that could be involved. Did you want to chat about that, Stephen?
Yeah, I think so. Alfredo makes a good point that at the moment, LinkedIn Live is for the chosen few. In other words,
Yes.
we mere mortals are in a queue, and no doubt at some point there'll be an application form. And I don't know how they're going to work it out. They can't let millions of people go live at the same time. They've got to sort of roll it out, a phased rollout, sort of 1,000, 10,000, 20,000 until they actually get to their target. And it's a pilot program, and Robert Hicks is going to be on there. So it helps to be an A-lister, doesn't it? I think
hopefully it'll be available soon to all of the rest of us. That would be nice.
Right. Okay.
I understand how they have to get the kinks out of it first. I mean, that makes sense.
Anybody using it now?
If you want to get the kinks out, you need to ask Ray Davis.
Oh, good. Yeah. LOL A Lola. Sunset Strip.
No, Sunset. Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's Sunset.
It's not. Sunny Afternoon.
Sunny Afternoon. All the kinks out of it.
Waterloo Sunset. Waterloo Sunset.
Waterloo Sunset. That's it. Get all the kinks out. Well, that's what the people who use it first. They've got the joy of using it first, but also it's not going to be in its finished state. So if they can sort of work out what the bugs are and report them, and LinkedIn can actually sort them out, then when we do get along there, and we don't know when, I'm hoping later this year. But there is a good point here.
Do you know? Oh, sorry, carry on.
No, go on. Go on.
No, I was going to say, if they take a long while to get it out to everybody, you just need to send a message to them saying, "I'm tired of waiting."
Oh dear. Right, we're going to get all the kinks references in, I'm sure, during the course of this show. Pretty sure we can't play some of the music as well. But the thing is that the other thing, which has totally escaped me for the moment. Does anybody have a point while I'm trying to recover?
Well, are we going to talk about the different platforms that they're testing out?
Oh, yes, surely. That's a good idea.
Is that where you wanted to go? Okay.
That's good.
So we're looking at TestStream, Wirecast.
Yeah.
Switcher Studios. Yeah. Oh, Telestream. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Telestream Wirecast, as Alfredo knows, is a well-known, well-respected software house. But their charges are £499 or £999. You can just do dollars straight translation there because it's exactly the same per year. So it's not BLIF.TV. It's more expensive than BLIF.TV. And you've got to buy the software. You've got to download it. You've got to put it on your own machine, be it PC or Mac, and you broadcast out from your own machine. And you can bring guests into your own machine. Now, the way that we're broadcasting now is that the three of us on screen, but I'm on my PC, Charles on a Mac, and Fonz is on his PC or Mac or both.
PC.
Yeah, PC. And
I'm on a PC today.
Oh, right, okay. All the signals are being brought together, so we don't have to host each other on each other's computers, whereas with Wirecast you do. Okay, second one was?
The second one is Switcher Studio.
Switcher Studio is browser based. It's Apple or Windows, and it starts at $49 a month. But if you want to have somebody on with you, then it's $99 a month. So again, we've got a cost differential there in terms of being able to. It's going to be. I can see broadcasting on LinkedIn being a premium product for those two.
Yeah. And then we have the next one is Wowza.
Wowza. Right. Okay.
Wowza.
You're going down a list of the ones I've tried out. Wowza is ZA is again a well-established system. It's used by corporates to actually do internal video conferencing. I've used it. I wanted to do something. I wanted to go live on my WordPress blog, but I wanted to do it sort of differently. So I tried Wowza out for a month back in November, I think, and it works brilliantly well. You can go live. You get an embed code to go to WordPress. Put the embed code in WordPress, and you're actually live on your own WordPress blog. So if they're involved in the LinkedIn scenario, then they're good people. But again, you're talking around about $49 a month. So they've got the high rollers involved at the moment, I think. Quite high quality, but high rollers. And okay, and we knew we'd get all the Kinks titles in. John Upton has got a dedicated follower of fashion.
Oh yeah, you can't forget that. I'm trying to. Your mind goes all day and all the night. So all day and all of the night. You really got me. No,
you really
got me. Yeah.
This is right. Okay, we're in rehearsals for a new show, Cheryl. We best explain. We've been doing I Live Here, but it's a bit wet and rainy and snowy and cold outside. So I Live Here is going to be taking a break until we get to sort of late April.
We're moving away for a little while.
Here we are. We're hibernating. So we're going to do a new show entitled Anything Goes. And that's a mixture of a pop quiz, general knowledge, any topic that we like. And one of the big ideas is that at the beginning of each show, Fonz will be given a topic, and he has got to write a song about that topic and play it at the end of the show. Now, that came about because, totally by surprise, Fonz said the other day, on Tuesday, just give me a minute. And when he came back, he had his guitar and he was playing Buddy Holly. And it was brilliant. It was one of those moments that you sort of think, well, that worked well. Yeah. So the guitar is coming into Anything Goes.
It's coming over from radio, because it was a little feature I did on a radio station called Affinity in the UK, and it was at the beginning of the show asked listeners to suggest a title, just a subject they want me to sing about, and I had to do that. And topics that I remember is Blue Peter, and another one about a horse that was my friend. Somebody suggested that I had to write a song about a horse that was my friend. And it went about, Horsey, Horsey, you're my friend. Horsey, Horsey, you live round the bend. We run through the field all day long, laughing and joking and singing this song. So you can see how spontaneous it is.
Yep.
So it can be anything, but no more horses, no more Blue Peter, but anything else.
Well, that'll be a fun show, guys.
Well, we're totally blown away, because we both were going to show on Tuesday. We were going to show a video piece, and I didn't actually get back until we were going live at 9 a.m. I didn't get back till 8:30, so I had no chance to process my video. And Fonz was helping his mum out, so we had no chance. So we didn't have any videos, we didn't have any script, we didn't have anything. So our friends watching said, well, why not just name the show Anything Goes? So there you have it.
That's how some of the best ideas come about, though, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Well,
That's true.
It was a totally amazing show because we got people just blasting it away with the comments and ideas and having fun. And there weren't many people there, but the people who were there were taking a full part in it. So we're hoping to carry that over.
And it means we don't have to do no research or anything during the week. We can just turn up and have not a clue what we're doing. The only thing that we do know is the basis of it. And that can change.
Well, exactly. And you can roll with what's going on and what the audience wants. You know, if I may share with you really quickly, the show that I do right after this one is called Messages of the Heart. And I do that with my friend Joy Reeser. And her and I do the same thing because we're so in tune with this intuitive side and sending out love to the world. We're so in tune with that we come on a few minutes early and I say, what are you feeling today? Or she'll say, what are you feeling today? And we'll just say something. And then we do a whole show on it because it's allowing yourself just to be. It's allowing.
Yeah, it's a spontaneous moment thing. So how you feel and how things are at the moment and taking that a bit further. And I like that. I've done the other spontaneous thing I did on radio, and I think I got kicked off the station for. I'm still friends with the owner though, David. He's a nice guy. I was campaigning to get a memorial for Syd Barrett in Cambridge, and of course it's happened now, but it took 5 years. And I locked myself in the studio and kept playing Pink Floyd tracks until somebody listened to me and actually got a memorial for Syd. Nobody commented for 3 years, but I wasn't I wasn't on the show for 3 years. It got me out after 2.5 hours.
So you were broadcasting live to the people of Cambridge for 2.5 hours, non-stop Pink Floyd songs in memory of Syd Barrett.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The best bit was Shine On You Crazy Diamond, which is about 26 minutes long. So I had some lunch during that.
You've got to know your tracks, haven't you? You've got to know your tracks. I mean, that's the beauty of doing it on radio, though, is that you're actually licensed to play music.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing we can do on Facebook.
Yeah, it's a shame that there isn't an option, like you were saying, like radio, that you can pay for a license to broadcast on Facebook Music, and you can submit that to, maybe that's anybody watching from Facebook, watching now, that you can pay for your own license and then you submit it to Facebook that you have a license, so you're cleared to broadcast music. Because once you've paid for a license, you can buy an online license to broadcast online.
Yeah, I mean, some of the do-it-yourself radio stations actually include the license in the UK, the USA, and Canada.
Radio's changed so much. Any Joe Blogs can set up a radio station now these days. I remember back in the day when it was on FM, and that was it. And then watching them go online, but there is a wide variety now of different stations. Some are really good, and some of them are appalling. But there you go. And I've worked on a few appalling ones, and I've worked on some really good ones, but I'm not saying which are which.
No, don't. I mean, the thing is that the station live365.com, you can start your own radio station, and in the USA and Canada and the UK, you can play any music you like. That's right. Because you're actually, on the monthly basis, you're actually paying license fee included in the software fee.
That's right. Well, maybe no, it's still through Facebook. Even BLIF couldn't offer that because Facebook would still cut it off. So I tell you, if Facebook did do that, it would open the doors for a lot more broadcasting, I think.
Well, we'd
If
all
you-
like to have our own music show.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'll be doing 24 hours of Pink Floyd again to get Sid Barrett another memorial.
I'd have to go with Stones, Beatles, Motown,
Yeah,
70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Cheryl, what would be on your radio station?
Well, Enya for one, of course. I love Enya's music. I do love the Beatles. I love Queen. I mean, I absolutely love Queen.
Yeah. She's living in London at the moment. Oh, that's the other Queen.
yeah. It is. Yeah, there are two Queens, aren't there? At least.
Yeah.
At least. Yeah.
When I was little, and my dad said to me, I think it was Bohemian Rhapsody, he goes, "This is Queen." And my first thought, only being about 6 or 7, was this old lady. How's that old lady doing?
Yes. Right. You've learned different since then, though. Hopefully.
Oh, yeah, I think.
Right. So we can look forward to. I mean, we could do anything goes on LinkedIn Live, but Cheryl had the idea. I'm going to run with it too. Is to take our expertise across to LinkedIn, because we've learned our trade, and we can go and teach people over on LinkedIn how to broadcast for the first time. And but this time,
there's an open door for teaching people there.
Yes, that's what I said. That's what we were chatting about. It really is, because I'm sure that there's a lot of people over on LinkedIn that really want to step out, have the courage to do this. And with Stephen and I both, I mean, we both produce shows for people to help, kind of hold their hand to get them going. And so they're comfortable, and then they can kind of take it over. And
it'll be a lot of first time for people that are on there. So definitely an open door.
Well, the thing that makes it different from Facebook is that LinkedIn is business to business.
Yes.
So when you say to somebody, I can do this, I can show you the basics, and then I can take you that step further, but that step further is going to cost you X amount of dollars, then it's a business expense. It's not a hobby. It's a business expense, and they're actually going to use it to actually promote their business. So it's part of the marketing budget.
Yes.
Yeah. But sometimes you need, especially like with history and it started off as a personal interest, but if you want to take it further, sometimes you have to make it in, or it's self-funding really to keep you doing it and bring an income, because not enough hours in the day otherwise.
That's very true. But it's an opportunity to become known for your expertise in live video and for the shows that you actually do. So,
Absolutely.
We win. We can't lose, really.
Definitely.
Definitely. We've got our fallback position of Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope. So it's not as if we don't have other places to go, but it's nice to have somewhere new to go and explore and make new friends. And the thing is, you've got. I mean, I've got to say, I post on LinkedIn. I like Angelica's posts on LinkedIn, and she likes my posts as well, obviously. But I don't get into conversation over there, because what's your take on Facebook LinkedIn groups, Cheryl?
I don't do a lot over on LinkedIn. I do what you just said. I will post. I'll take a show one of my shows that I feel is appropriate for LinkedIn, because not all of my shows, speaking of the heart, are necessarily something I would put on LinkedIn, but there are a lot of them that are. And so I'll share them over onto LinkedIn, but I don't do a lot over there. I mean, I have a lot of people, following me, but I don't do a lot, and I'd like to do more.
One of the frightening things you can do, this is true of me, I'm not saying it's true of anybody else, is you can go and take a look at your profile on LinkedIn and see when you last updated it. and it's scary.
Oh, I do it
know.
all the time, but I update all the time. I've always
Good.
tweaked and changed the little things. Yeah.
I mean, Nikki Creel is social media person in the UK, and she brought out a book, and I interviewed her. And as part of the interview, I said, right, okay, I'm going to follow the steps in your book, and I'm going to change my LinkedIn profile to what you suggest. And I did do that, and it gave me the impetus to actually go and do it. And I think you've got to have a reason for doing it, and actually going live on there would be a good reason to actually keep things up to date.
Absolutely. And what I do over on LinkedIn is I have that little button switched off that every change I make broadcasts out to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Because every little time I tweak my profile, I don't want that just broadcasted out. That's not necessary. And so by having that button turned off, it allows me to really just go in and when I feel like it, just make a few little changes. And yeah, I mean, I really do try to keep that up to date. I do.
All right. Okay. Fonz,
Yeah.
you look totally different. It works. Your new setup is perfect.
It's the same wall, and he's still here. That guy. You know what they say. Like Snow White, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the greatest or fairest of them all?
Yeah.
Do you want? I asked my mirror, right?
Okay,
who's the coolest of them all? And it says Fonz.
The Fonz. You've met him, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, great guy. Really nice guy. He's much smaller than you think he is. But I met him, and I was at an annual that was given to my brother just before I was born. And my mum and dad were thinking of names, and they saw the annual. So that annual my name came from. He signed it to Fonz from the Fonz, and real nice guy. All this press wanted to take photos of us, and he just said to them, the press said, what would you like to say? And he goes, I played the Fonz, but this guy really is the Fonz. And you know what I mean? For him to say that is a really, really nice thing, and really nice guy. The only scary thing out of it, that 7 o'clock the next morning, hear all this noise in my front garden, and I had all the media in my front garden, and I was thinking, where did they find out where I live? So that's kind of scary.
There are ways.
Yeah, but no, it was definitely something, one who's things you want to do in your life, to meet him. And that's one that's been ticked off.
Brilliant. Well, this show, which goes out on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, is 30 minutes long. And we have been going now for nearly 29 minutes. So tradition says that to close the show, Cheryl, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you so much, Stephen. And thanks so much for joining us today, Fonz. It was great.
No, it's been good. It's been good.
And I, again, like to thank all of the people who've joined us live and put your great comments and questions in. Everybody who's joining us on the replay. We're here for you. This is tips and tools for broadcasters. And so we want to bring you the latest and newest tools to help you with your broadcasting. So let us know what you want us to talk about. Put some comments in the comment area and say, hey, I want to talk about this, or what do you think about that? And we'll bring it on the show. That's what we're doing here. So again, happy Valentine's Day. Go do something fun with your Valentine today, and have a great day. And we will see you next week.
Bye for now.
Bye.
And that is